Royal Caribbean cruisers, listen up. There's some cruise news for you today. The company that just made $1 billion in profit this quarter is looking to claw a little bit more cash out of your pocketbook on your upcoming cruise. Plus, where's my very important fun people? Carnival Cruisers, the newest Carnival ship, the Jubilee, has just reached a major milestone. Let's roll the intro. Hey, welcome to the Midships channel. It's your Captain Corey. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And once again, welcome on board a cruise ship. I'm currently sailing a transatlantic cruise on Royal Caribbean's Explorer of the Seas. We just passed by Gibraltar last night. We're officially out in the Atlantic Ocean today off the coast of Morocco, heading down to the Canary Islands. It's gonna be a great time. I've never been there, so if you got some tips and tricks for the Canary Islands, we'll leave them in the comments down below. Now, let's get into today's cruise news. First things first, we're talking Royal Caribbean, a company that just posted a $1 billion profit in the third quarter of 2023. Well, apparently that is not enough for Royal Caribbean, as they just sent out this letter to guests booked on upcoming sailings, informing them that as of November 11th, next month, the daily gratuities that are automatically charged on your stateroom, well, they're going up from $16 per person per day, up $2 to $18 per person per day for all standard rooms. And if you're looking to live that sweet life, currently you're paying $18.50 a day in gratuities. Well, that is slated to go up to $20.50 per day. Now, Royal Caribbean in the third quarter had one of their largest historical profits they've ever had. Now, it's my personal opinion that the cruise lines should be paying their crew members a living competitive wage. I really don't like that they've kind of had this habit of pushing that off to us, the cruise passengers, and it seems like the Facebooks mostly agree with me. Now, some cruisers there are saying, well, if you don't like it, go cruise somewhere else. That might be good advice, but there's really only one cruise line left here out of the US that doesn't charge automatic daily gratuities. That, of course, is Virgin Voyages. Their crew members' pay is all negotiated in their salary ahead of time. The thing is, with this increase, this actually brings Royal Caribbean more in line with what the rest of the industry is at, be it Norwegian Cruise Line or Carnival Cruise Line, who are all sitting in that $18 to $20 per person per day range for gratuities. Now, here's the other thing to consider. If you roll back the clock 1 year and 2 months to the 1st of September of 2022, your daily gratuities on board Royal Caribbean would have been $14.50 rolling out. So in the span of a year, essentially, your daily gratuities have gone up 33% nearly. This means that a family of 4 sailing a 7-night cruise with Royal Caribbean is now looking at paying $56 more during that week for gratuities on board. Not a huge amount of money, but definitely money that you're going to be missing if you're used to paying a little bit less. What are your thoughts on this? Make sure you run down to the comment section. Are you a gratuity payer on your own? Do you just let them roll through the cruise line? And do you think Royal Caribbean might want to look into taking some of those billion-dollar profits and spreading them out amongst their crew members? And speaking of Royal Caribbean, if you're booked on one of these upcoming cruises with these higher than normal gratuities, well, why don't you save yourself a little bit of a headache on that cruise by preparing ahead of time in the Midships Amazon store. In there, you can find everything I take with me on every single cruise. And y'all, I didn't make $1 billion last year, nor did I raise the prices. Check it out, there's a link in the description down below. Now let's turn our attention over to the very important fun people from Carnival Cruise Line. Y'all should be looking forward to a brand new ship. Of course, that's the Carnival Jubilee, slated to sail her very first inaugural cruise on December 23rd of this year out of Galveston, Texas. That's right, it's a Christmas cruise. Now, the Jubilee, she's gonna be operating out of Texas until at least 2026. And just the other day, yesterday into today, she set a massive next step milestone towards that very first cruise. Of course, that is the river conveyance down the River Ems. That comes from the Poppenberg shipyard in Germany, ending up in Eemshaven, Netherlands. And now Eemshaven is very unique. It puts the Jubilee in a very good spot to begin her sea trials, which are slated to start on the 5th of next month. So in 5 days, Carnival Jubilee will be out there in the North Sea, which, if you're not familiar geographically, I don't blame you. It's hard to know everything. The North Sea is that big body of water that's off the east coast of the UK. the United Kingdom or England, whatever you want to call it. That's the North Sea, and that's where Carnival Jubilee is most likely going to be heading. to test out her top speed, her stopping ability, turning radius, all kinds of things. Her crew that is going to be on board for her inaugural sailing, they're going to join the ship here this week so they can familiarize themselves with the systems, how to operate it, the policies and procedures. And Jubilee, she's going to be getting outfitted all along the way. Some final touches as she makes her way towards her inaugural cruise. Y'all, this was an impressive transit up the River Ems. They had to wait until the tide was high enough because this is a massive vessel. This is the first Carnival cruise ship that is built by Meyer Werft Shipyard. It's a brand new relationship for the cruise line. This is the first. It's the first time we've ever seen an Excel class ship make this kind of transit. It's so large, the ship had to do it backwards at high tides. She had the assistance of tugboats, and it seems like everything went according to plans. Hey, if you made it this far into today's episode, well, why don't you do me a big favor? You probably enjoy cruising. Join the 21,000 other Happy Midships Cruise subscribers by clicking that subscribe button. It might be right down here, as a matter of fact. While you're down there, slam that thumbs up button to tell Royal Caribbean you're tired of endless rising prices. I know I am. I'm gonna hit that button right now. Thank you all so much for stopping by the channel today, and until tomorrow, from the Canary Islands, we'll see ya on the Midships.
La 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 la